All right, so if you've never had anyone stop you, grab you by the arm, whip you around and ask you what fragrance you're wearing, I have. Then you need to go ahead and check out these 10 fragrances I'm about to recommend that get compliments every time. Let's talk about it. All right, welcome to Just Breathe Fragrances. On this show, we've experienced thousands of fragrances across every category to bring you honest, insightful, and unbiased reviews, interviews, and so much more to make sure you smell your absolute best in every moment that matters. All right, so the first thing to understand about getting compliments with a fragrance is they have to be able to smell you. Okay, so each one of these fragrance choices that I've made have great projection, pretty good longevity, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to wear each one of them, and there's something in here for any occasion. All right, so we've got cool weather fragrances, warm weather fragrances, office safe fragrances, date night fragrances. We've got something for everyone. So out of these 10, you're going to find something that for sure matches the vibe. Also, it's important to know that if you're walking around with a stank face, looking all ugly and upset and pissed off at the world, you're probably not going to get many people that stop you, much less compliment you. So a fragrance is really just an extension of your overall aesthetic, how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you act, your vibe. All right, so now that we've gotten past that, the obvious for most of you all, let's get into the first one. Okay, so this is a gorgeous designer fragrance, Azzaro, the most wanted eau de parfum intense, the black bottle. So this is a pretty simple fragrance. It's toffee and amber for the most part is what you're gonna get. This has a decent amount of sweetness and it has great projection. This is a room filler, especially how I spray. So with this, I'm probably going to spray anywhere from 9, 10, maybe 12 sprays. And this is going to be something that is going to fill the room. It's going to have a sweet toffee-like scent profile. This is one that I've been told this smells sexy, it just smells good. It's weird because even though it's sweet and has depth, it has a little bit of a freshness to it as well. I was once in a restaurant with the former CEO of a company I was the VP of sales with, and I don't even know how many compliments I got with this one. It was cold outside. It was at least 5 or 6. I had multiple people that stopped me. It was a restaurant bar. Azzaro, the most wanted eau de parfum intense, is an absolute compliment beast. All right, so next is Lattafa's Khamrah Qahwa. Okay, a lot of people say this smells like angel share with a coffee note. I disagree, but this is one that I just checked and you can find this on sale for about 15 bucks on Joma Shop. What you're really getting with Khamrah Qahwa is a sweet praline and cinnamon fragrance with some vanilla and a coffee note, which adds balance to the overall composition. It's sweet, it's nice, it's intimate. It's one of those that you can't really overspray for the most part. Yeah, it's sweet, but that coffee note just balances it out. It does not smell like a $15 or $20 fragrance at all. This is great for cool weather, for date night. This is one that is definitely going to get compliments. Khamrah Qahwa is always going to be in my compliment beast lineup. All right, so next is one that I've been wearing a lot of recently. It's French Avenue's Amber Empire. Such a cool bottle. Okay, so this is a clone of the $500 fragrance Blonde Amber by Clive Christian, which if you ask me, it is better. It's $500 fragrance though. It does smell of a little bit higher quality. It's blended a little bit better, but French Avenue's Amber Empire is an amber and vanilla forward fragrance with incredible projection. So it does have a liquor note in there and a tonka bean note in the base. So what you're really getting is a nice, smooth, sweet, boozy amber and vanilla fragrance with some tonka in the base to add some warmth and depth. Telling you, this is so good. Don't let the $50, $55 price tag fool you. This is an absolute masterpiece. French Avenue, you guys did it again. Blonde Amber is, see? Amber Empire is gorgeous. I'm over here mistaking it for a $500 fragrance. All right, so let's talk about some fresh fragrances that are also office safe. So one that was my signature scent for years is Rasasi Hawas, and I only have enough to maybe wear it once more, okay? So let's switch to Hawas Ice. Okay, so the OG Rasasi Hawas is only about 30 bucks. It's fresh, it's aquatic, it's got an apple and a plum note, so there's a little bit of fruitiness, but what you're getting is a fresh, aquatic, really clean fragrance that has about 12 hours longevity and incredible projection. You would not believe for a fresh fragrance how good the projection is. And Hawas Ice just has even better projection, a little bit more sweetness, and this anise note, which gives it a little bit more depth. Either one of these is incredible. I like the OG a little bit better, but some people like the Ice a little more because it has a little bit more depth, a little bit more dimension, touch more sweetness. They're both really fresh and have that bubblegum sweetness of Invictus Aqua or something like that. They're cheap and they are an absolute crowd pleaser. Over my lifetime, I've purchased well over 4,000 sample bottles of fragrances, and out of over 4,000, I keep coming back to Rasasi Hawas. All right, so next up is one that I'm gonna say is a boardroom banger, right? This is one that is, I think, one of the most perfect office fragrances you can get. And it's just gorgeous. It works YSL Y, the eau de parfum concentration. So yeah, so this one is a nice, bright, aromatic fragrance with some clary sage and ginger and some bergamot. So it's got just a little touch of citrusy components in there, but it's really more aromatic. The green apple note it has in there makes it crisp, so it doesn't really come off fruity. That ginger brightens it up, and just that aromatic nature has this mature, grown-up feeling. But you can wear this, you can get away with this as a teenager in high school or something like that. There's a juniper note in this as well, which juniper a lot of times has this cooling, really fresh effect as well. And in the base, you'll notice cedar, which out of any sort of woods, to me, cedar just comes off like a more clean wood than say a powdery wood, to me, like sandalwood does. So what you're getting overall with YSL's Y Eau de Parfum is a fresh, clean, crisp, bright, aromatic fragrance that's phenomenal if you just want to smell clean and get compliments. You're not going to find anybody that doesn't like this one. All right, so next is one that I don't really have to get too much into because it's a classic I've mentioned on this channel a couple of times. I'll link up here one of the lists that I put Versace Dylan Blue in. That's why I've got this ridiculous 200 milliliter, 6.4 ounce bottle. It's beautiful. I mean, this big bottle right here is like $100 on discounters. This is one that's fresh, clean. It's described as a shower gel fresh fragrance with an incense note. With the incense, think of it as like a church incense. So you're getting a masculine, fresh, shower gel, clean fragrance that's a little bit smoky, which adds to that masculinity. And this is something that just works. It gets compliments. I've been stopped by guys and girls, old and young. For this one, it's something that works every time. All right, so next is another classic from the house of Valentino. Valentino Born in Roma Intense. I don't think you'll find anyone on planet Earth that doesn't like this fragrance. It is kind of simple and linear. There's only 3 notes listed: vanilla, lavender, and vetiver. So you're going to definitely get all 3 notes, and it's gorgeous. It just smells fresh, clean, slightly aromatic with that vanilla in there as well. So if you like vanilla, you like lavender, you like clean and fresh, this is gonna be one that it's mass appealing for everyone. It will be something that gets you a ton of compliments. I would say this one is unisex, and the only challenge is it doesn't have, well, I guess most of these are all unisex, it doesn't have the greatest projection. So I would spray 15, 16, maybe up to 20 sprays of this. You really can't spray enough. To be honest with you, it's not one of those that's gonna give someone a headache. It's not one of those Dior Sauvage type situations. It's not like a Creed Aventus. This is something that any and everyone will like, and you just can't spray enough because it doesn't have the greatest projection, the greatest longevity. The performance is mid, but it smells so good, and you can just overspray this one. All right, so let's change gears just a little bit. I want to talk about French Avenue's Vulcan Feu. Aside from the weird bottle, right? This is something that smells absolutely incredible. It's fresh, it's fruity, it's vibrant, it's energetic, it's mango and ginger. That's what you're getting in this one. And a little bit of ambergris. So what you're going to get in this one is a really fresh, lively ginger, mango, like a fresh cut mango. It's not overly ripe, but it's not green. Fresh cut mango, pretty realistic, with that ginger note that just adds a touch of effervescence. So fresh, fruity, clean. This is something that gets compliments every time, and it has great projection too. I don't think you'll offend anybody with this one. French Avenue did it again with Vulcan Feu. And then we've got Azzaro Chrome Extreme. This is something that smells very similar to Acqua di Gio Profondo. There's a kind of a sweet mandarin note in there, but you're getting a fresh, mineralic, aquatic fragrance that is gonna be something that anyone and everyone will love. I've recommended this one to several of my guy friends, and this wound up being the signature scent of most of them. This 100 milliliter bottle I think is about 50 bucks. I'm telling you right now, if you want something that's just fresh, clean, a little mineralic, with a little bit of citrusy, orange, if you want something like that, this is the way to go. I think this should be in just about every man's lineup. For 50 bucks, you really can't go wrong with Azzaro Chrome Extreme. And last but not least, this one's kind of weird. If you like BR 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, you'll like this one. You don't have to spend 200 or 300 bucks for it. This one is Dumont Nitro White. Okay, so this one kind of perplexes me. So Dumont Nitro White, to me, smells a little fruity. So it's fresh, fruity, musky, really nice. This is something that guys and girls both can pull off. I think this is like 30, 35 bucks. Okay, so it has some sweetness in there, and it has a honey and an amber note. What I get is some fruit, but there's no fruits listed. It does smell fresh, a little sweet, fruity. Something that I've noticed about Nitro White is it lives in the sillage, okay? So the scent bubble that it has around you, that's where this one is really a stunner. This one gets a ton of compliments. It's another one that you can spray a little bit more. It has pretty good longevity, really good projection as well. For 30, 35 bucks, I mean, you know, if you like Baccarat Rouge 540, it's got that same vibe, but in my opinion, I would choose this one over Baccarat Rouge 540 10 times out of 10. If you want something that's kind of fresh, unique, it's sweet, a little bit fruity, it's a little bit different, Dumont Pour Homme Nitro White is an absolute great suggestion. All right, so that about does it for the compliment getting fragrances that work 10 times out of 10. I'm telling you right now, you try any one of these in the right day and time, you're going to get compliments. I'm telling you, I've gotten compliments from every single one of them. All right, and once again, this is a growing channel, so feel free to like and subscribe, share, that way you actually get notifications whenever we post. Go ahead and click the bell as well. And what's a fragrance that's gotten you tons of compliments? Drop it in the comments section. Sometimes the best suggestions come from our audience. What's one you feel should have been on the list? Put it in the comments section and let's talk about it.